All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to I-70 Speedway. It is almost race time. All right, your stock car heat race number one. Pulling out on the racetrack. On the pole position is going to be the 53 car of Sam Lewers out of Lexington, Missouri, alongside James Neiswanger in car number 44 on the outside of row number one. To the inside of row number two, looks to be the 45 of Aaron Poe out of Domnostra, Missouri. Alongside is going to be car number 68, Dean Willie out of Warrensburg, Missouri. Handful of drivers have elected to drop to the back of the pack on this one. This caution lights still on. First of two heat races for your stock cars here at I-70. Another lap or two to get things ironed in and ready to go. Keep your eyes on those Nutrient Ag Solutions start zone flags over in turn number 4. Pole sitter will start tonight's racing action anywhere between that first and second Nutrient Ag Solution start zone flag. All right, looks like Gene Claxton in the 27C out on the racetrack as well. One of those drivers towards the backside of this lineup.
This third row outside, the colorful one. Buddy, you need to come off the racetrack.
Six laps the distance here in the first of two heat races. Right now, Gene Claxton out on the Speedway. He is scheduled to be in heat race number 2. So we will take a moment to get Gene off the Speedway. Set that lineup once again. Sam Lewers on the pole in car number 53. James Neiswanger in car number 44 alongside Aaron Poe in the 45 and Dean Willie in car number 68. The 5 DJ, it's going to be DJ Barnes, the inside of row 3, and the 27 of David Oxford, and the 27B of Jarrett Evans. Your 7 cars scheduled here in heat race number 1.
I need you to stop at the top of 3. Your transponder's not working. They want to get a transponder.
Beautiful action at the I-70 Speedway tonight on a beautiful Thursday night.
Actually, 53 is probably okay. His numbers are transponder.
These drivers should have been following along on the My Race Pass app. Apparently they have not been, so we will get that squared away here momentarily. Little changing in the 27s out onto the racetrack. Looks like David Oxford out on the racetrack. Jarrett Evans, the other 27 on the racetrack. Some transponder issues over there on the backstretch. That'll get us squared away here momentarily, and we will get action underway. Still got those Lucas Oil MLRA heat races coming up here momentarily. First annual KC Cup. Glad to have everybody out here tonight. Thanks to Mid-American Automation Services. Tonight's title sponsor of the Lucas Oil MLRA KC Cup at the I-70 Speedway here in beautiful Odessa, Missouri. Just down the road from Kauffman Stadium, a busy place tonight. Kansas City Royals going at it with the New York Yankees. But we're glad you're here with us tonight on FloRacing. Enjoying this racing action at the I-70 Speedway as I-70 looks to close out their season tonight. The Lucas Oil MLRA will be closing out our season tomorrow night at the Tri-City Speedway. All right, looks like we are ready to get them stacked and racked. We get the one to go. 6 laps up on the board here in heat race number 1. I didn't want you to show me that. Looks like, Royals fans, good thing you're here. Royals down 1-0 early on, but it is very early on. All right, caution lights are out. Sam Lewers and James Niswanger going to set a nice slow pace down the back straightaway here, the long back straightaway at the I-70 Speedway. As they'll start to pick up pace. Now keep an eye on that front row. A lot of these drivers not used to the rules being used here tonight. These drivers following the Lucas Oil MLRA rules. And that is that front row pole sitter starts in the Nutrient Ag Solutions start zone, not before. Looks like a good one right there. He jumps on the gas right there at the beginning. That's Sam Lewers. Jumps out in front in car number 53. Niswanger will take the 44 machine out in front. And he will lead the way down the back chute. Dean Willie in car number 68. In tow in the runner-up spot as Willie will try and dive down to the inside off the exit at turn number 4. Great battle for the lead here on lap number 1. It's going to belong to Sam Lewers. Excuse me, James Niswanger in the 44 machine out in front. Aaron Poe up to position number 3 in car number 45. Top 2 drivers working the top side cushion. Diamond move off the exit at turn number 4. It continues to be the 44 of Niswanger showing the way. Right there's the move by Dean Willie down to the inside. Great side-by-side action here in heat race number 1. Dean Willie just didn't quite have the momentum that time off the exit at turn number 2. He'll dive down to the bottom side once again. Great side-by-side battle, but too much momentum on the top side for Niswanger. Niswanger will pull away this time off the exit at turn number 2. Keeping an eye on Aaron Poe back there in the 45 machine. He is slowly starting to reel in these race leaders. As this time by, we will put 4 laps on the board. 2 to go this time by for the 44 of Niswanger. No room for error right there as he pulls off the exit at turn number 2. Dean Willie, Aaron Poe, David Oxford, and Sam Lewers, your top 5. That time he's going to jump the cushion over at turn number 3 and 4 as they're coming to the white flag. New race leader this time of the line. It's going to be the 58 machine of Dean Willie out in front in 68. Dean Willie going to pull away this time. The final time down the back straightaway here in heat race number 1. Dean Willie going to pick up the win in tonight's first of 2 stock car heat races. He grabs the win over James Niswanger. Aaron Poe comes home in the 3rd spot. A great battle for 4th off the line. It's going to belong to the 27 of David Oxford. DJ Barnes grabs the 5th spot. Sam Lewers and Jarrett Evans grabs the 7th spot. As he makes his way off the exit of turn number 4, race fans, pay him off. Dean Willie, car number 68, your heat race winner tonight. All right, drivers going to make their way down into the tech area as we get ready to bring out tonight's second and final stock car heat race of the night, which will be followed by your Lucas Oil MLRA late models. All right, looks like everybody good in the tech chute, so we will go ahead and set the starting lineup here in heat race number 2. And on the pole position, the driver car number 14 is going to be Larry Ferris alongside longtime late model veteran out of Kansas City, the 27 of Gene Claxton. Inside of row number 2, that's the 50 of Leroy Morrison alongside the B4. Tonight piloted by Terry Schultz. And back in row 3, Don Morant. In car number 71, and the 9 of Dave Meyer rounding out your starting grid. 6 cars, 6 laps to distance, and we are lights out atop the flag stand. These drivers will be racing 20 laps for $1,000 to win in their feature event coming up a little bit later on tonight. As Ferris and Claxton going to take us to that Nutrient Ag Solutions start zone. Pole sitter starts the race at his discretion. He waits till that final flag, and Larry Ferris going to get things underway in car number 14. Ferris will show the way. Here comes Claxton up along the outside. Also got Schultz in that 4 machine along the inside. Schultz going to drive it deep. Claxton going to push up the racetrack. Lap number 1 is going to belong to Larry Ferris in the 14, but the pressure is coming from the B4 of Schultz. Schultz will drive down to the inside, almost getting together right there with Ferris off the exit of turn number 2. Ferris in front by a nose. He goes to the top side cushion. He'll jump it a little bit, opens up the door on the bottom side, and here comes Terry Schultz, new race leader in the B4. Terry Schultz going to quickly start to stretch it out down the back chute over the 14 of Ferris. Claxton back in the 3rd spot. Top 4 have broken away on this one as they are halfway home. Back in the 4th spot right now belongs to the 9 of Dave Meyer. Great battle for the 5th spot right now belongs to the 50 machine of Leroy Morrison over the 71 of Don Morant as the driver is going to come across the line. 2 laps to go for Terry Schultz. As he works his way off the exit at turn number 4, white flag is displayed this time by for Schultz. 20.199 seconds that last time by for the veteran driver Schultz as he makes the final time down the back chute, and he will come across the line and grab the win here in stock car heat race number 2. Terry Schultz, your winner here in B4. Larry Ferris comes home in the 2nd spot. 3rd will go to the 27 of Gene Claxton. Dave Meyer in car number 9 in the 4th spot. A great battle off the exit of turn 4 for your 5th and 6th position. The 50 machine going to get it done. Leroy Morrison and Don Morant rounding out the running order. Race fans, put your hands together. The driver of the B4, Terry Schultz, grabs the win here tonight in stock car heat race number 2. And that'll put a wrap on their qualifying tonight as they will get back pit side and get ready for tonight's 20-lap, $1,000 to win stock car A feature event. And that'll bring us to the Lucas Oil MLRA late models, first of 2 heat races. We're ready to pull out onto the Speedway here momentarily. Handful of drivers only got 1 lap in qualifying tonight. They were not in the staging chute when qualifying rolled on the racetrack. And because they missed their initial qualifying position, they were only given 1 lap at the end of qualifying tonight for some of those drivers that were out of sequence. Dustin Hodges, I believe, was the only driver that was sidelined due to mechanical issues, a drive shaft transmission issue on the 22 of Centralia, Missouri's Dustin Hodges. We will see if they've gotten that car back together to get him out here for tonight's heat race action, or if he will take a provisional into tonight's show. He is scheduled to start in the 3rd spot in Flow Sports heat race number 1, so not a lot of time for that transmission change for Hodges. We'll see here momentarily as we get ready to roll out on the Speedway with Chad Simpson, the driver of car number 25. He's going to roll from the pole position tonight and try and put himself on the pole for tonight's 30-lap, $7,000 to win KC Cup here at the I-70 Speedway. Alongside will be the 19R of Ryan Gustin out of Marshalltown, Iowa. Back in row 2, Erlenmeyer was Daniel Hilzebeck, the driver of the Banning Chiropractic, car number 22, alongside scheduled to be the 32 out of Oxford, Iowa, Chris Simpson. Back in row 3, St. Charles, Missouri's Gordy Gundaker in car number 11 alongside John Benning from nearby Warrensburg, Missouri in the 65. And your final 2 starters out of Springfield, Missouri, the 67 of Jimmy Van Zant and the 1K of Richard Kimberling. 8 drivers here in heat race number 1. Caution lights still on the speedways. We'll get a lap around here. As you see Ryan Gustin trying to roll in that top side cushion in the 19R. What a great weekend he had last week. Picked up 2 back-to-back wins on Thursday and Friday at the Lucas Oil Speedway, a pair of $5,000 to win shows. Trouble sidelined him on Saturday night, at which point Chris Simpson in car number 32 picked up exactly where the Reaper left off. And Chris Simpson, second on Thursday, second on Friday, a win on Saturday. And it has put him into the thick of this championship hunt with just 2 nights remaining here in the 2024 Lucas Oil MLRA season. All right, lights are out. 8 laps on the board. First of 2 heat races for your Lucas Oil MLRA late models of the KC Cup, presented by Mid-American Automation Services. Chad Simpson in control at the Nutrient Ag Solutions start zone. Going to try and lead this one off the exit at turn number 2. A good start right there for Simpson, but here comes Ryan Gustin roaring back on the top side of car number 19. It's going to be a battle off the exit at 2. Simpson loses the handle, loses the front end just a little bit. Car number 25, that opens up the door for Gustin. Also opens it up for Chris Simpson. Every position out on this racetrack is going to be a valuable starting position in that A-main event coming up a little bit later on tonight. And Ryan Gustin not wasting any time in that Todd Cooney Motorsports number 19. He is stretching it out and checking it out down the back straightaway. Gustin, Simpson, and Hilsebeck. Gordy Gundaker rounds out your top 5 as we've got 2 up on the board. 15-8-1-4. That last time by for Ryan Gustin. Gustin hits the cushion over there in turn number 3, slowly pulls it down off that cushion, gets a nice run down the long straightaways. As it's I-70 Speedway, going to check the endurance of these cars and these engine builders here tonight. As it is halfway home for the Reaper. 15-8-1-3 last time by is now Chad Simpson. Slowly starting to close ground on the 32 of brother Chris Simpson as Daniel Hilsebeck riding that mix as well in car number 22. Gustin, a 12-time Lucas Oil MLRA winner, 6 of those having come at the Lucas Oil Speedway for the Reaper. We begin to close in on the final laps of this one. This time by, the Barron's Performance, 1 to go, is out for Ryan Gustin. Gustin out in front. We'll check it on my race pass this time by. How about 3.3 seconds the advantage for Gustin? He's already found the back half of the field here in a matter of 8 laps. He's going to collect the checker. He's going to grab the win here in Flow Sports Heat Race number 1 for the Reaper. Chris Simpson will come across in the 2nd spot. Chad Simpson 3rd. Hilsebeck in position number 4. Gordy Gundaker will round out your top 5. John Benning grabs the 6th position as Jimmy Van Zant off the pace in turn number 4. That'll move up the 1 machine of Kimberling into the 7th spot. Van Zant will limp across the line in the 8th and final position on the racetrack. But how about that for a dominating start to the night? He won a feature event last weekend by over 5 seconds. Tonight, he goes out and grabs the win in heat race number 1 by 3.813 seconds. That is the driver of the Cooney Motorsports, Alan Seamless Gutters, May Properties, Fertilizer Equipment Specialist, Mel Hamilton Racing, Carl Chevrolet, Murdy Farms, and Midwest Sheet Metal, J. Dickens Powered Infinity. Big round of applause for the Reaper, Ryan Gustin, your winner here in heat race number 1. Gustin a roll to the attention of the Droop Check down here on the front straightaway. Chris Simpson, a strong 2nd place position. That'll put him starting 1 spot in front of brother Chad Simpson in the Deuce Nickel in this feature tonight. It is going to be very critical. All 30 laps. Probably the most critical part tonight, making sure you make it to the finish line tonight to grab those valuable championship points here at the I-70 Speedway. Chad Simpson's Might Race Pass Fast Time Award earlier on tonight was his second of the season. Previously picked one up at the Moberly Motorsports Park, another big fast racetrack back on Labor Day weekend. He now joins a host of drivers: Dustin Hodges, Derek Stewart, Garrett Alberson, Tyler Erb, Stormy Scott, Jonathan Davenport, and now Chad Simpson. All those drivers with 2 My Race Pass Fast Time Awards to their credit here in 2024. Keep an eye out all night long. We'll be watching for some great moves on the racetrack as we award the Swift Springs Move of the Race later on tonight to one of our drivers in the Lucas Oil MLRA. Another season-long award, along with the MD3 Most Laps Led Award, awarded every night to the driver who leads the most laps in a feature competition. Dylan McCowan going to put the Sonic number 8 on the pole position here in heat race number 2 alongside the 11 car of Jeff Herzog out of Festus, Missouri. Back in row 2, it's going to be prime time out of Lebanon, Missouri. Tony Jackson Jr. in the Longhorn number 56 alongside your current leader in the Sunoco Race School Rookie of the Year standings. That's the 1X of Aaron Morant out of Richmond. Back in row 3, scheduled to be Trevor Gundaker from St. Charles, Missouri, in the Woody Bogler Trucking car number 11. To his outside, Peoria, Arizona's Steve Stoltz in car number 78. Dustin Hodges not able to make the call. We will see if he can roll out for tonight's feature, as it looks like they are still working on that machine over pit side. Car number 22, Dustin Hodges, unable to make the call here in heat race number 2. Hodges comes in tonight's racing action 7th in the Lucas Oil MLRA season-long championship standing, so any difficulties tonight might open up the door for Aaron Morant to slide up a spot as he currently rides in the 8th spot. Steve Stoltz in 9th. There's a couple of guys with an opportunity right there to gain some valuable championship points and grab some more cash as the season championship comes to a close here this weekend. Caution lights are out. Nutrient Ag Solutions start zone belongs to Dylan McCowan as he grabs an early start on that one, the first flag, and takes us underway in this final heat race of the night at I-70. McCowan on the loud pedal. How about the move right there? That might be a Swift Springs move of the race right there by Aaron Morant as he drives to the inside of Herzog. Grabs him the runner-up spot in the Ricketts Meats Properties car number 1X. Still looking for his first ever Lucas Oil MLRA win. Had a 6th place run back at the Lakeside Speedway earlier on this season, but how special would it be to grab one just a handful of 30 minutes from home for Aaron Moran if he can get one done tonight. But first he's got to get around Dylan McCowan, try and grab a win here in heat race number 2. McCowan really using the top side of the racetrack as Morant really able to excel off the exit of the corner, especially over in turn number 4. Not so much that time off the exit of turn number 2. McCowan sets the car. Much better lap that time off the exit for Dylan McCowan. Now we watch Tony Jackson Jr., another one of your championship 3. Right now back in the 4th spot. He's going to be starting deep in the feature, so every position he can advance in this heat race will help move him a little bit closer to the front of the pack for tonight's 30-lap KC Cup. So that time Jackson digging deep on the inside of Herzog. That time he's going to chase it up the bank, up the cushion. Tony Jackson Jr. doing a good job to keep that 56 machine out of the wall. That's right there, starting to see some drivers really fight their race car here tonight as Dylan McCowan. A little bit of struggle there last time, but that was offset by Aaron Morant. That time Morant with a shot at the back bumper, the Sonic number 8, but Dylan McCowan with a good run off turn number 2, able to stretch it out. Barrett's performance, 1 to go for Dylan McCowan. That time, Morant going to jump the cushion a little bit, opens up the door for Herzog. Drivers got to loosen these cars up a little bit on the entry. A lot of tight conditions. These guys making their way into the corners tonight as Dylan McCowan off the exit of 4. He is perfect, looking for his 2nd career MLRA win. He'll do it from the outside of front row to 9, the A feature event, as he grabs the win in heat race number 2. Aaron Morant in the 2nd spot. 3rd will go to Herzog. Tony Jackson Jr. 4th. Trevor Gundaker 5th, and Steve Stoltz rounds out your top 5. So race fans, tonight's heat race number 2 belongs to the driver out of Urbana, Missouri in the Scott Bailey-powered Longhorn. Drive the Empire Energy, Sonic Restaurants, BLC Transportation, Pomeroy Services, Midwest Sheet Metal, Mel Hamilton Ford, Elite Construction, McCowan Farms, Heritage Tractor, and AD and Nancy McCowan. Car number 8, big round of applause for Dylan McCowan.
Race fans, heats are over, and your races will be coming up here after a little while they get the track prepped and drivers checked. It's a perfect time for you guys to grab those 50/50 tickets, make your way to the I-70 Speedway merchandise store and the concession stand where you'll find cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, nachos, ice-cold Pepsi, the official soft drink of I-70 Speedway, and grab yourself a Budweiser, the king of beers. Don't forget, you've got the opportunity to upgrade your ticket if you want to watch the features tonight. High atop the rooftop deck, the El Bandito Tequila rooftop deck. So smooth, it's criminal. Big thank you to our